Welcome back everyone, my name is Dmitry Lipinski. This is the second part of our series, Best and Worst Gutter Covers 2019. This video is not sponsored by any of the players here. As a matter of fact, some of them are absolutely hating us right now. After our last video, 4 worst gutter cover products that you never want to buy, go check it out. Link gonna be below, or you can watch it after this video. But if you're looking for absolutely best gutter covers, guys, I have a couple of recommendations. So I'm gonna only talk about 3 products in this video. I'm gonna start with number 3 and then number 2, and then what I believe is number 1 at the best of the best. All 3 probably would work. When I would say 80-90% of the houses out there, there is a chance that gutter covers just might fail you if you have very tricky design, if you have humongous trees and it's just huge volume, or design of your roof is too steep, or maybe it's too big. So there's always a chance for gutter covers to fail. But again, this is not sponsored video. This is just my opinion. I've removed thousands gutter covers in my life. We own a roofing business. We do install gutter covers. We actually install what we believe is the best, but this is not a sale video by any means. I just want you to be educated and to see what's going on the market. Number 3, what usually works for most people out there, something like this. So this one, it's not a micro mesh. It's a finer mesh, much finer than it used to be. There's quite a few products on the market. I have 2 here. This one has a little bit different design. I don't like solid parts on the gutters, but this one, it's a little bit tricky because it has solids, but it takes away, but the mesh is almost the same. So I actually have this type installed in my house. I've been there for a couple of years from previous owners. I have a big trees. This works if you have really big leaves, if you don't have pine needles, if you don't have nothing crazy going on. It'll protect your gutters from clogging from anything major, anything big. Now, if you do have pine needles, if you have a lot of fine stuff, if you have a lot of trees who produce a lot of smaller debris, this is probably not going to work, because sooner or later your gutters are going to start filling in. It's also not going to keep granules from the roof out of your gutters. And if you have a shitty roof, especially those organics, shingles do shed a lot of granules, and they do fill, and all of a sudden you're gonna start having seeds and stuff gonna start growing in your gutter. So it's not perfect, it's not ideal, but it's affordable, it's cheap, and it works, and it's definitely gonna last for a couple of years. Like if you compare this to any of the products that we reviewed in the last video, one of those 4, it beats them like 10 to nothing, because this works, those products don't, right? You can buy it at Home Depot. Most stores sell them. Again, only if you have very simple roof, nothing crazy going on, it's probably not going to fail you. Now, second one on my list is actually one of my competitors, LeafGuard by Lindus. LeafGuard has been on the market forever. What I like about it is it's a water adhesion type of gutter covers, but it's actually one part with a gutter. There's been many companies who try to mimic it. They do have a patent, but there's other companies who's trying to do the same. As a matter of fact, in our first video, I talked about the same type but cheap gutter cover. Like if pretty much the water doesn't even shed even in our simple water test. So what I like about LeafGuards is you deal with one company and it's actually part of the gutter. So it's a true one system. The reason that copycats fail in this business, because when you talk about aftermarket parts, it's really hard to fit in that little fascia, and gutter guards stand out because they're pretty small and they're very easy to install because they don't take a lot of space, so you can actually make them work. And also you have a warranty of the company who's going to backing them up. So for those 2 reasons, it's not definitely for do-it-yourselfers. You're probably going to fail if you're going to try to find similar product from big box store that looks like LeafGuard and going to try to do it yourself. I guarantee you it's going to fail. I've never seen copycat of LeafGuard fail. I always put them in the second category. They always fail. Just give it a time. The water start overflowing. There's always something with the design, because you work with the existing gutter. You never have enough slope. You have to do tricky stuff, and once you start bending it, it just fails. LeafGuard, it's one piece. It's similar with the gutter. It's not cheap. You have to go through the company, but it definitely works. So that's second on my list. And lastly, it's of course micromesh. Micromesh, I mean, I've seen a lot of jobs. We've installed hundreds of jobs ourselves. So this company here, This is just one of the brands, LeafSolution. I asked them to ship me a couple samples of the newest stuff. You can see there's 3 different designs. So fair to say I recommend all the micro mesh gutter products. A Leaf filter is one of them, but they're way overpriced. I hate their sales system. They pretty much sell you like car sales guys used to sell 30 years ago. They start with the highest price and they drop it down. So they pretty much have okay product that, you know, worth mentioning, worth recommending, but they charging way too much for it. They're not reasonable, and the sales are just very gimmicky. So that's right there. So if you do like micro mesh, you can do it yourself, or you can call other contractors who install something like this. Like, again, LeafSolution is just manufacturer. It's not like local company or anything. We can install it. You can find a company to install it, or, you know, there's 5 other brands similar to this. But when you buy a micro mesh product, here's what I really want to point out. I mean, there's different designs. I mean, you make a decision. If you want just a flat, this will not fail you. I mean, this is a little bit more advanced, a little bit more engineered, so this actually gonna work as well. Like I said, any of them will work, but what's gonna make your micro mesh, you know, even better, if you have this little rip and if you're actually gonna screw it back to the fascia. So if you do this combination, now your gutter actually going to be super strong. I actually tested it myself. So pretty much it's going to enclose your gutter, and you can do like crazy stuff, pull-ups. I've done muscle-ups on my gutters like that. So if you just slide it under a shingle, it's one installation type, but when you actually screw it on the back, it actually makes entire gutter system stronger. So you completely seal in the top, and it's actually adds integrity to your gutter system. So you screw it at the front, you screw it at the back, you make the gutter stronger, and you protect it from leaves and debris for years to come. One more thing that only this company does it, and that's why I brought them to this video. I could bring anybody. They have amazing accessories. This is absolutely game changer. This piece right here installs an inside corner. A lot of times it's the most important area on the exterior of your house. A lot of times it's in front of your front door, and that's where you get the most of the water from that valley. So pretty much it just pours in, and that 3-4 inches is just not enough to catch it, so it's want to overspill. Gutter guys for years have been trying to put splash guards there. Usually doesn't work, and also contributes to further clogging. So this one here, you install it inside both gutters, left and right, both L-shape, and then you have a screen on top of it. So the water gonna be driving here. If it overspills, it's gonna catch here and drain back to the gutter. And because you have this huge micro mesh screen on top of it, it's also gonna filter all of that water, and it's gonna push away all the leaves and all the debris. This is for me the genius. So if you want a absolutely best of the best system, micro mesh first, make sure you secure it to the fascia second, and make sure you use accessories like this third. I cannot think of better system in a gutter market today. This is absolute best. Again, as far as brand goes, the only reason I'm bringing this brand because they have accessories like that. You can actually buy accessories like that from them, and then buy micro mesh, you know, from different manufacturers if you like, or check them out on the website. They're not sponsored, but I will put the link below just because I like them so much. That's about it when it comes to gutter covers. If you're a gutter installer, I would like to hear from you. Comment below, let me know what you think. Whether you agree or disagree, maybe there is a better product out there. I want to know, and I'll include it in the next video if too many of you will prove to me there's something better. But I've been doing it for years. I could not find anything better. This is absolute best of the best. I guarantee you, if you let me to install it for you, or if you find somebody to install it and they're gonna do it right, it's never gonna fail you. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you like this type of content, give me one of those, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.